Welcome everybody, we're at Loudonville Street Fair. We're gonna have the antiques pulling. It should start about noon. Pretty much scaling up right now, and I don't even know if they had their drivers meeting yet. Welcome everybody, we're at the Loudonville Street Fair. Should be getting started here shortly. Figure I'd get on, see how my signal is. Seems to be fairly strong today, I think. Let me know if it's fuzzy or what's going on. You never know when you come to a fair. Looked like a pretty good turnout. I walked the pits about a half hour ago and seen some pretty good ones out there. Maybe more showed up. I don't know. I posted my pit photos on Facebook, making pulling memories. Oh, actually, they're on Michael L. Maxwell. I just posted those, but I'll probably share them over to making pulling memories. Sometimes I switch them up, go back and forth. Hello, Michael. So, this afternoon, starting at noon Eastern Standard Time, they're going to have an antique pull. All the classes, I don't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure it's straight antiques, and then you may have more of a one farm stock class at the end. And then at 6:30 or 7, I don't know. They kind of go back and forth on that time between what they post in the fair book and what they post on schedules and stuff like that. They're going to have a tractor pull. It's going to be a little bit from the farm stock to some open trackers, maybe some V8s. And I seen this year they added in a 16,000 pound class at the end. So they're probably gonna have, I don't know if they got 12, 14, something like that. I didn't really look at all the classes, so it's usually about what they do though. Maybe like a 85, 95, somewhere in there. Hello. So yeah, haven't quite started yet. Pretty much scaling up. I don't know if they've had their driver's meeting yet. My guess is probably not. It's supposed to be a noon start, so should be getting started here soon. So anybody that does follow me, I do lives when I can. It's not every week because some places don't allow them. But this is a free street fair, so can't imagine they wouldn't want it. So they've already had a couple polls here this year, and I didn't go to them this year. Last year I did. Tuesday they had a garden tractor pole, and Wednesday they had a truck pole. I put, work as my little more priority this year. I took some time off in the winter months because of an injury, and now had a few less days of vacation to take this year. So but I'm usually off on Fridays, so I can make this. And I'll be here all day. And then tomorrow, I don't know completely what I'm doing yet. I know I'm gonna probably start off at Harvest Barn for a little while. And I can do live there. And then I may head over to Cadiz for a little while. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be there all day or what I'm doing yet. Gotta see how far they are apart too. And then I don't know, I might even be back to Harvest Barn later on because they have a farm stock pool, so. It kind of thinks that Cadiz is at 3, right in the middle of it. I've attended both places for a long time and kind of was torn on where to go. And Harvest Barn is they're having their last River Valley club pool there. They're moving on to another location next year. Well, it's about noon. always seems to be the case. They got the track all ready. It seems to be all good to go, but they don't have registration or the scaling or something ready. How's the feed looking today? Is it clear? I mean, it can look really clear on my side, and sometimes when the server's a little wonky, it's a different story on your side. If it's not that clear, I might try rebooting. Sometimes I think that helps. I'd rather do it before we got started than in the middle of it. I do not know what those are. Okay.
Okay, we are now ready for the drivers meeting at the scale. All drivers go to the scale. Looks like the line
a drivers meeting
that he was way. So all drivers to the scale.
Just now having drivers meeting, I guess. Oh. I guess they must be gathering about right over here. This seems to be where most of the people are. They're just now having their meeting. Let me see if I can find the classes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're ready to go. Would everybody please stand for the national anthem? Technical difficulty. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start off this morning with, or actually this afternoon, with Class A would be 3,800 pounds. All these classes have a speed limit. The last class is at 6 miles an hour. The first 4 classes will be at 5 mile an hour speed limit. This is 3,800 pound class that will be coming up first.
3,800. Guess
We
he's
have
doing a better
James
job.
Spot from Arcadia would be the leadoff hook. And Ron Brokaw, Ed Ramsey, Larry Salter, Jack Rowe, Colt Freeman, Mikey Henset, Marlon Moore, Mike Graver, Barry Flutie, Art Williams, Blake Reel, Doug Calhoun, Justin Blaine, and David Snyder. That's round out for that. We have 15 tractors in this class.
Hey, there is Jim Miller.
Some of our sponsors, Agman Ford Tractor and Jones Rental has sponsored the large bleachers that are setting across from us. CDS Credit Union, Lawrence Landscaping, Loudonville Farmers Equity, and Kirk Brothers Meat are our major sponsors.
Man, I guess I was on the
will be
splash
going over
zone.
the rest of the sponsors list at a later date or later time.
Later date. I ain't gonna be here for a later date. How's it going? Pretty good. We'll see how far they let them play today. Oh, I'm not concerned with that. Now tonight I'll be over the wall. But some of those mod rods, they're the worst.
Yeah.
They're all over the track. They have no control.
Have a good year so far?
Yeah.
Like everything else.
Yeah. Everybody wants to pay less, and pretty much how it is.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything from Facebook hardly in the last year, so. Alright, looks like we're getting started here.
James Fox is from Arcadia on a 1957 Oliver 77. He will be the first book. He gets to decide whether he likes this bull or not. Okay, he is dropping that pole. Where will he be coming back in there at the end of the place?
Alright, first one's dropping.
We'll find out later.
They actually pulled it further than I thought they might. Welcome everybody, we're at the Loudonville Free Street Fair. If you're in the area, stop on out today. We got antiques from noon to who knows what time. And then at 7 o'clock we're having basically a farm and open kind of tractor pull. A few open kind of classes, but mostly farm.
Ramsey, they're looking for you and Stacy, your second tractor from now. Ron Brokaw is on
This
the
year
line.
they got
Ed
a
Ramsey will be the
16,000
next
pound
one.
class to end tonight.
This will be our first official poll.
Ron Brokaw coming up.
Ron is from Belleville, and he is on a Matthew Harris 101. It's a 1938.
Ron's been pulling a long time.
We have 218.69 feet. 218.69 feet.
Good pull by Ron.
Okay, looks like Ed Ramsey is not going to make it. He scratched. So Larry Calder will be the next puller. He's from West Salem on a 1956 Calvert WD-45. That horn you hear whenever the sled is running is warning the driver that they're exceeding the speed limit. I think it's the third blow and he's disqualified. So if you hear it blow the third time, that he's done.
Okay, so everywhere seems to have a little bit of different rules. Apparently today it's 3 horns.
That tells what his maximum speed was.
Some places you go, maybe 1 horn, you're done. Some places you go, you may be able to have as many horns as you want before, like 75 or 100 or something like that. And then after that, if you get a horn, you're done. Yeah, some places with your pretty good speed boards, I mean, you get a horn and they got a pretty good speed board here.
217 feet, .58. 217.58 feet.
I think him and Ron were gonna put.
He's about 1 foot shy of Ron. Next up will be Jack Rose from Kilbuck on a 1942 WC Alcalmer.
I think this is Jack.
.71. 252.71 feet. Put him in the lead for now. Jack has the lead at 252. Next up is Tom Freeman from Fredericktown on a Cock 20.
That's a good hook.
Colt Freeman from Fredericktown on a Cock.
If you haven't done so yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel here, Making Pulling Memories on YouTube. Get future notifications of lives and other videos I publish. Here's some of these cock shots I've seen come in. They were like, oh, it was either co-ops or cock shots. There's like 4 of them that came in right together. Not even for sure who they are. double tap the screen. Show people that you love antique tractor pulling or just stock tractor pulling. Feet.
We got 67 feet, 30.37, 67.37 feet. Tow tractor on the track.
We're in Loudonville, Ohio. This is pretty much last fair, I think, of the year.
That tractor gave us all trying to pull that sled.
I've been coming to this probably 10 years, and it's hit or miss. It's either snowing or it's nice. This year and last year was nice. A couple years ago, it was pretty close to snowing if it didn't snow. One year, I think it was rainy. One year, I think they rained out. I've been coming here a while.
This is Mike Hensel from West Salem on a 1955 AC WD-45.
Oh, this is that little tractor, huh? This is probably the largest crowd I've seen for the antique pulls here. Let's see, there's quite a few people in the stands here. Usually the night pull here gets pretty good turnout. The antique pull usually maybe quite a bit less than that's here right now. It's always good to see a nice turnout. But the weather's nice. It's supposed to be like low 80s today. It's going to be a beautiful day.
193.83 feet. 193.83 feet for Mike.
Forget to tap the screen, show other people that
Next
you
person
love
up on
antique
the
tractor
track is
pulling or
Marlon
stock
Moore
tractor
from
pulling.
Killbuck on a 1935 Al Chalmers WC.
I think some of my regular people are probably working still. Now some people are taking advantage of some nice days and doing some work in the fields. I seen quite a few farmers in the fields on my way to here today. But it is a good turnout here considering all those people are working. And when it comes to farming, you take advantage of the nice days while you can. But this year's been lacking on the rain department, so probably been a fair amount of nice days.
.95 feet, 0.95. 185.95 feet.
Seem to be going backwards here. Might get a good turnout of Massey.
Mike Draper from Ashland on a 1943 Massey Harris 101.
Good turnout of Massey Harris, of course Alice, and a lot of these guys pulled together. And Co-op and Cockshot. Seemed like a very good turnout of those kind of tractors today.
166.82 feet. 166.82 feet for Mike. Next up will be Barry Flutie from Fredericktown. We're about halfway through this class. They seem to be running pretty tight. Target speed is 252 feet. That is held by Jack Ross. Barry is operating a 1945 WC. Outcome.
Barry! Got to know quite a few of these Alice guys. They pull Marshallville and Sterling and some of these other small fairs that I go to. So I get to see them quite a bit. feet. 189.79 feet. This track's been weird. Barry can be a pretty good puller. I'm not real sure where the best part is on the track.
Next up is Art Williams from Mansfield on a 1952 Al Calvert WT.
Might be the other side. Some of these guys aren't going over 190 on this, towards this way. There's Art Williams, another local legend here. Been pulling long time. I can't remember if it was 8 or 15, but it was one of them. don't know what that was about.
Yeah, they're gonna pull him back to the starting line. They got a 75-foot mark that as long as they don't go past that, they can restart. If he's able to.
Anybody watching from work today? I've had people tell me they watch from work. They watch while they're doing work at their farm, and I've even had them tell me they were working on their tractor and they watched.
Looks like he's ready to give it another try. We have 188.80 feet. 188.80 feet.
Another pretty good puller that didn't get past 190.
We have 5 more tractors left in Class A. Anybody in tractors for Class B, make sure you're starting to line up. The first 3 for that class would be Nick Ramsey, Marlon Moore, and Jeff Malone.
Blake, the grandson of Larry that pulled earlier. I think Larry's in second place right now.
214.65 feet for weight.
I think the secret is definitely being a little more on the other side of the track. 214.
Mark speed is up at 252.
I think that's
So
fourth.
that puts him up there. Looks like he might be in about third or fourth place right there with that rut.
I don't know why everybody keeps on coming over here.
Next up is Doug Calhoun from North Lawrence on a 1950 Alcalmer WC.
Oh, they're from North Lawrence. Huh. I did not know that. That's like next door from where I live. Might be neighbors with them. Should ask them.
.06 feet. 188.06 feet.
See, if they stay on this side, it seems like they're not going past 190.
We have 3 more tractors in this class. Justin Blaine, Dave Snyder, and James Fox. Justin Blaine from Sudbury on a 1953 Alcalmer CA.
I was talking to Justin out in the pits earlier. Double tap the screen, show people that you love antique and stock tractors rolling. Other people may watch because you're double tapping the screen. Get them involved.
Looks like Justin got to 169.42 feet. 169.42 feet for Justin Blaine.
Yep.
It sounds like his tractor to decide if it wanted to run or not. Next up will be Dave Snyder from Bucyrus on a 1947 Al Chalmers WT. B class should be getting lined up. Nick Ramsey, Marlon Moore, and Jeff Malott and Jeff Carver are the first four in that class. Make sure you're down there. We got two more in this class to finish up. Our target speed is 252 feet in this class. It's held by Jack Robe right now.
Thanks for the double tapping screen, giving some likes. Might get some more people watching.
feet. 225.41 feet for David.
Geez, went to the other side, went over 225. Might be something to that.
That'll bring up our last tractor for this class, James Fox. He had the first run. He dropped down to the end. He's been taking first pole. He's on a 57 Oliver 77. This will be the final pole in Class A. Next class, Class B, is a 4,500 pound.
Thanks everybody for watching. We're at the Loudonville.
And they're also limited to a 5 mile an hour speed limit.
Loudonville Street Fair in Ohio. Eastern Standard Time is 12:58 p.m. We're in the last hook of the first class here. I think there's 5 classes, 5 or 6. I think there's 4 classes of basically antique 4 mile an hour, and then 1 class of, or is it 5 mile an hour or 4? Oh, I don't remember. And I think the other last class is either 5 or 6 mile an hour farm stuff. I don't know, I couldn't find the class listing anywhere, so it wasn't 100%.
We got 210 feet, .07. 210.07 feet.
Surely
I
think
believe he improved his distance from his first pole, but we'll see how it is. First place with 252.71 is Jack
I
Rowe.
think that was a case of watching the
Second
class
place
and definitely going out more of the other side.
225.41 feet is David Snyder. Third place with 218.69 feet, Ron Brokaw. And fourth place with 217.58 feet, Larry Thaler. That's the first four places in Class A. Congratulations. They will have the payout down at the registration booth, whatever they get the paperwork down there. So congratulations to everybody. I don't know whether they'll be re-gearing the sled for this class. Are they going to change anything, you think, or you don't know? You're just a flag man. You don't know nothing, right? Got to give Bear a little bit of a hard time. First one in this class will be... Oh, I got the wrong sheet. Almost read the same one I just read. I'm not a very good announcer, am I? Nick Ramsey from Shiloh on a 1954 Minneapolis Foley. He will be the test hook. Next up would be Marlon Moore, Jeff Malott, and Jeff Carver. Those are the first four in this class. Some of our sponsors, we have sponsors at all sorts of levels, and I'll just read down through. We got Barter & Son, Belleville, Martin, McDonald, Buren Insurance Group, Sinclair and Co-op, CES Credit Union, Commercial and Savings Bank, Sutton Valley Builders, Splinter Drilling, Tire Service, Johnsville Flooring, K&M Builders. That's a partial list of who's been sponsoring us. Everyone to mention, if you go into any of these businesses, tell them that you heard them announced here. That way they'll know that they're getting their advertising dollars, aren't they?
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed. Pretty good turnout of spectators.
We appreciate all the help we get from all of our sponsors.
I've been coming here a few years,
and it makes it go a
I've
whole lot
never
faster.
seen this many people spectating for
We
the
got
antique pool.
Nick Ramsey hooking up to the sled now.
I just think that's awesome. Nice to know things are improving and growing.
We'll find out if he's going to take that pole.
And there's quite a few tractor pullers
Dropping.
that have never come here before that are here
Dropping
this
to the
year.
end of the class.
So,
figured out there's something he didn't like about that. He's gonna try something else. So our next puller will be the first official. Marlon Moore from Kilbuck will be on a 1935 Chalmers WD.
I guess people see me talk about this fair for many, many years. They wanted to come here themselves. I couldn't even find a listing or anything this year. You help us out by double tapping the screen. Show other people that you love antique tractor pulling or stock tractor pulling. I try to pretty much provide that for you. So I try to make it pretty much your one-stop shop, especially if you're in the Ohio region. I'll try to get out to some other states and some other areas every now and then.
.45 feet. 198.45 feet for Marlin.
Marlin.
Next up would be Jeff Malat from Butler. On a
And those of you
Farmar
that may
M,
not follow me already on
1950
Facebook,
Farmar.
I'll post a lot of short videos and photos, numerous things like that on there. Make a lot of content that isn't on YouTube here. Some pit photos sometimes, not always, but I've been on Facebook a lot longer, so I have a lot more followers on Facebook. Let's say I'm like up to what, 38, 39,000, something like that on Facebook now. I think the lives really helped on YouTube. You've got me about the 28,000 right now. But when I started this year, I was under 10,000, so the lives helped out amazingly. I appreciate everybody for subscribing after these lives. It's really grown my page, and also I'm sure it's grown these clubs and polls and events throughout different areas. I mean, that's how some of these places really grow.
233.58 feet. 233.58 feet.
So I know I talked to a few pollers out here today. It's their first time here. They said they've watched
Put them in the lead out of
many of the
two
videos
tractors
that
on
I've
this
taken
track.
here in the past.
That'll be
And
the mark to beat.
you know, they wanted to come here and experience them themselves.
On a 1955 Oliver Super 88.
And that just kind of tends to be how it happens. You know, people watch these on YouTube, Facebook. You know, they may not have known about that place, or you know, they just never had a chance to make it before. Jeff Carver's another one. He's been getting out a lot more places this year. I don't know if he's all getting them from my page or some other people. But I know he watches a lot of the, you know, because on Thursdays on Facebook I'll post, you know, where's everybody polling, and kind of like getting people interacting on that. Gets them involved, and maybe they might find out what a poll's going on that they didn't know about. And yes, there has been people that have showed up at polls because of those. So
Okay, this is Jeff Carter with a Oliver Super 88. .22 feet. 192.22. Next up will be Larry Thaler from West Salem on a 1956 Allis Chalmers WD-45. Mark Williams, Mike Mansell, you guys are up next.
So if you haven't had a chance to, just subscribe to my channel here on Facebook and YouTube, Making Glowing Memories. So those that don't know, I don't know what year it was, but it was here when I started to get the idea to video tractor pulling. I may say it was, I don't know. I really don't know what year it was.
223 feet, point 68, 223.68 feet. That puts Larry in second place at this time. The mark to beat is 233 feet. Next up is Art Williams on a 1952 WC, or WD.
Must be 5 mile an hour because he went 4.9. So. It's actually kind of fast for antiques. Hello, welcome everybody. We're in Loudonville, Ohio. This is a street fair here. It's might be the last fair of the year. I mean, other than like pumpkin festivals, which coming up pretty soon too. I don't have tractor pulling, so I don't always make it to them. But I did go to the pumpkin festival down there, and was it Circleville a couple years ago? And it was a very good festival. A lot bigger than I thought it was. I just get so involved in the tractor pulling that if there's a tractor pulling going on that weekend, I'm probably not going to make it.
I think so.
251.26 feet. For Art, that puts him in the lead.
Good job, Art. Gave us the thumbs up if you've seen it. Hey, some of those Alice guys, Art and Larry and Blake and Jack and Barry, they're all a bunch of really good guys. Really nice people. Enjoyed talking to some of them throughout the season. They always want to, see if my mom's gonna make it to an event. She don't always make it to a whole lot of them because they're long days. But they all like her. They'll let her sit underneath their pop-up canopies if I do bring her. I don't really like the pop-up canopies because of the legs and all that, but I got my own canopy chair. It helps with the sun and being able to see the screen and blocking the sun.
My pencil is on the track. .75 feet for Mike. 216.75 feet.
Alright, just let everybody know I'm going to get off here for a second. I got to make a phone call real quick. And this is the phone I do it on. And last time I did it, kind of messed things up. So I'll just get off here. I'll be back on here in maybe like 5 minutes. Alright, thank you. Remember, Loudonville Street Fair.